Nice to meet you. I'm Hwang from KEPCO Korea, and I head of smart grid and innovating new new energy business part. And it is a great time for sure. Lots of real project over the lab or pilot project in Korea side. And basically, I introduce status of KEPCO. We have 22 million customer and supply to electricity and sales for them. Basically, KEPCO owned government company, and we have generation and transmission and distribution also power sales too. In the 2001, at that time, generation department divided by government intention. And this figure focus on the right side, and 2012, at that time, and our capacity to generation part, 81 gigawatt. So peak, 75 gigawatt, not much. That is kind of crisis for us. And then 2013 and 2014, we have 10 gigawatt, depending on the improved generation part. So we have 3 KPI, key performance index for operation, our transmission and distribution side. First, the side sharply decreased depending on the using advanced technology. 1985, at that time, 5 to 3 minutes per household. And then 2014, within 10 minutes. The T&D loss also sharply decreased too. 1961, at that time, almost 30%. And then nowadays, within 4%. And finally, load factor also improved depending on the technology, our side. And then, like a good KPI we have, but we have to do heading to new vision and target with the government side. Government side, and got a big picture, low carbon and green growth society by 2030. And then depending on the government policy, we follow the private sector, like such as smart power grid and smart customer, smart transport, smart renewable, smart electric service like that too. So we started a smart grid project at the Jeju Island, 2009 to 2013. At that time, we tested lots of technology and pilot project in there. And then finished that pilot. Also, some part of project together within smart grid test bed. Microgrid system also we started a small island too. And then at that time, replaced the diesel generation to full renewable resources, including electric vehicles, AMI too. And then, like this, we can see the map under this screen. And at that time, just this island supplied to the electricity by diesel generator, and then changed renewable resources and using ESS too. So finished this project and Kapa Island, and deployment to another place, more bigger island, Dokjok Island and Ulung Island. You can see Kapa Island, first time, just 300 people living there. And then Ulung Island, right side, 10,000 people living there too. There is a very, very huge challenge for us too. Already this project started last year too. The ESS also one of the big challenges for us too. and then finish the smart grid test bed in Jeju. We discussed with how to using like a new technology for our real grid network. And then there are three concepts. One is frequency regulation. Second is peak cut or stable for renewable side. And then our target decide for frequency regulation side with the government side. And then we try to build 2014. That is a kind of a pilot project. Installed a 52 megawatt two-place substation. And then last year, we installed 184 megawatt for 8 place, which is a substation in nationwide. And then this year also, we started another project, 140 megawatt ESS. So this is operation system for energy storage system frequency regulation. Just to check out one screen, how to properly operate or not frequency regulation, and what is the what kind of a device run or stop using this screen. And the smart grid station is also a new challenge for us too. Smart grid station, including renewable resources and the energy storage system, the building automation system for reduce the power consumption, almost 10%, and the peak cut also 5%, and the peak load consumption of the 15%, and the CO2 reduction too, for our branch office building. And then at that time, we spent just 2 months, all of component rebuilt in that area. So 2014, at that time, we installed the smart grid station to 29 branch offices. And the 2014, 71 area. And then 2016, this year, also started this project 55. And then totally 155 area installed and operation by this year too. So you can see under the operation system how to produce the electricity by renewable resources, to store ESS, and then how to combination utilize the electricity and generated by renewable resources to the buildings or customer side too. EV charging also a big issue for us too, because utility side we can check out and increase the renewable resources for nationwide, and then that slowly decrease the demand, and then we need to improve our demand demand up, and then EV charging point for utility side is good target. And then we expand the plan nationwide 2015. Finally, 1 million electric vehicle drive on the nationwide by 2030. That is our government side target. And then we need electric vehicle charging infrastructure. So install the totally nationwide 3,300 infrastructure. KEPCO almost 10% already installed and operation. And then we compare with the electric vehicle buses and engine vehicle, very efficient than engine vehicle. On this, you can see this figure. Energy consumption, fuel cost lower than the engine vehicle. You can check out. So AMI also one of the smart grid component, and then we try to install for our nationwide and 22 million customer. Basically, we will finish this project by 2020. And then until now, we will install all of nationwide, just 10%, but this year we start again, 25 million customer too. So this is, we cannot get a BCR not easy. So try to develop a business model based on the AMI technology, plus utility side business model. You can see right side figure too. And finally, this is our big challenge, smart city project. This city, innovative city located in southern area, population almost 50,000 people by 2017. And then our target is energy self-supporting 30%, and utilization efficiency enhancement 15%, CO2 reduction 30% for in this city. Already I'm introduced for you our component of smart grid technology and devices. We will put in all the technology in this city. So we can guess end of this project, one of the symbolic smart city in the world, and I'd like to share again this result for you. So we need some of a strategy from now. And then government side attended Paris COP21. At that time, government side show us like a big challenge too. 37% CO2 reduction from BAU in 2030. So you can see lots of countries have to reach this goal together from now. And then our company also changed the business concept depending on the government policy. So KEPCO changing from conventional business to innovative energy business together. And direction also changed. Just a domestic power company, and then we have to go a global level energy company. And the consumption of fossil fuel, that also changed the increase in renewable energy, electricity plus ICT converged the business like that too. And this is our strategy. How to make a business or a vision from now. And then basically, based on the lots of items, almost 10 items. And then yellow line, we already finished and commercialized technology and component. And the orange line, almost commercialized. And then white letter, that is a new project from now. We'll follow up this project, finish and gather seven fruit using this strategy. And this 2016, we got 8 project for KEPCO side. The first left side, KEPCO Energy Belt Infra, already mentioned before slide, Smart City project. The second is electric vehicle charging. We called Star Network for nationwide too. And installed the power voltaic in school, just 4,200 school our targeted, and we will try install. And the smart home, smart factory based on the smart grid technology, we need to reduce the power consumption and the peak cut. So our target is like a smart factory to rebuild, redesign. And energy internet and the EOT service also we started from this year too. And practice regulation is almost finished by 2017, and we prepare commercial operation by end of this year too. And the smart grid expansion business and the MI expansion and the electronic prosumer project also will start and finish end of this year too. So our concept like this, beyond today, and create a smart grid or smart city together. And then we contribute our technology and experience for and a smart world and a smart utility company side. Thank you.